All right, all right. Good morning, good afternoon. Let's see if we can do this thing here right. I want to say welcome everybody for tuning in. Missed you a while back that we were gonna well, I think it was that was last week. We were gonna do this thing on good health. We want to get people informed on good health. I gave you a title there about plant-based lifestyle versus diet. In this Alkaline Awareness Month, uh, we here at Good Health are always trying to inform you, want you to know things that's going to be important to you, to help you out, help your life become a little better, a little more tolerable, as they say. And that's kind of what we want to do. A lot of things, a lot of misinformed, uh, miseducated, even myself, constantly being made aware and become more involved in what this is. One of the things that we've been experiencing here at Good Health is that a lot of people, I talked to people recently, they kind of confirmed uh, the idea that I've been thinking about was that people are all seeing vegan as a diet. They said they call it a diet. So everything in the culture always says that this is a diet. What you're doing is a diet. You're dieting. You're dieting. You're taking a diet. You're dieting. Um, well, our idea of privilege is that we're not dieting. We're not. We're not in a diet. It's not a diet that you're doing. This is a lifestyle. It has to be a lifestyle thing. Well, what makes it a lifestyle? Well, one of the things that makes it a lifestyle is the fact that when you see all the issues that go on with people, and I get a lot of it. I get a lot of people coming. They have a lot of different issues. They articulate so many different medical terms. It just kind of blows your mind. And you say, well, what can I do? I said, well, we're not in a position. We're not medical people. But what we do know is that if you change your food, the intake, what goes into your body, what you ingest, that will have an impact on your health. What do you mean? Israel, Prince, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? It just can't simply be what I ingest. Well, there's an area in this part of town. I want to get off the page too much, but there's environmental poisons, environmental toxins. There are things that do impact the body. Matter of fact, there was someone here in the Birmingham area that was recently undergone some issues in a part of town that was heavily laced with industrial toxins. And so those things happen. That's real. I mean, why they call it a toxin? That's the word you probably look up to see what that's all about. The elementary definition is something that your body rejects. It doesn't see it as a normal thing. It's a foreign substance. It's not native to the environment. It's not native to the air or to the ground and soil. Though it may came out of the soil, but the fact that once it's mixed, that's probably a good definition. Once you mix certain of these elements, well, they become toxic. And so many of them that they become toxic. That it has a toxicity to your body. Maybe in small amounts, it doesn't do anything to you because your body can seize it, grab it, and eliminate it. But in huge amounts, it creates an issue. So the same thing with what they call food, where it's been defined as food. Why is it defined as food? Well, that's a word I will encourage people to look up as well. Look at the word food, and then that will give you some insight. Uh, there are some things you can't take for granted where everybody knows the same thing, so you kind of have to go through some of these steps. One of the things is the purpose of food. Why do people need food? Why is that? Well, the body is made of all these chemicals. You know, they've shown all these chemicals it's made of, and there are certain other elements that help the body to thrive, to grow, to continue on, and those are some of the things that happen. And so when you ingest in a certain element to the body, well then now you've allowed your body to thrive. And that's what it's about. Uh, you want to thrive, and it should be thriving. It shouldn't be, according to recent acquaintance, should be in a struggle. You should be striving. It should be striving. It should be thriving. So the body should be thriving. And one of the things that help that to happen is putting in the right ingredients, the right nutrients into the body. That will then allow it to thrive. And part of that is plant-based. Plant-based meaning that sunlight, the sun, not necessarily moonlight. There's a lot of things happen under moonlight. But under the sun, because a lot of the growth occurs within the seed in darkness. It is dark. So there's an element there that exists under the ground that happens before you see the stem protruding from the earth. Once before you see that, there's something happening under the ground in darkness. So in that darkness, something occurs, and then once it comes out, and the sun and photosynthesis, the way it actually leaves and how it takes in the nutrients and from the soil, all that comes together before you pick it. And you eat it. You eat something. You pick it and you eat something. Now you captured that sun, a little bit of that sun, and you ingested it into your body. Well, now once it gets to the body, there's an action that happens as well. It's called digestion. So in digestion, then there's acids that form to aid in the digestive process so it can wake up and go throughout the body. And then, you have the liver, you have the kidney, all these different elements that act, large intestines, small intestines, all these things that interact, blood streaming through your body. If all these things happening and interacting with the organs, and that helps us to thrive. That's what it does. It helps us to thrive. Now, you reverse that. You start taking it into your body things that don't do that. They don't assist the body in thriving. And those are the things that we're talking about. Those are the things that become the issue. And that's worthy of more research and understanding. A lot of that happens once you self-analyze yourself in terms of you may eat something one day and say, ooh, they can agree with me. You recognize that maybe the fact that you ate something uh, singularly, it was just one item. You can say that's what did it. Uh, or maybe that was based on the fact that you had been doing so many things in a sequence, and then once you got to that one item, well, then your body said, well, that did it. So you have to go back and look at what. You have to go back and look at what created that reaction. What was your lifestyle like prior to that one element? And in those efforts, you kind of become your own scientist. You kind of can see what it is. The thing about it is, most times people they're working, they're running, they're moving, they're constantly engaged in the exterior and not the internal. And so they don't have an opportunity to actually gauge what's going on within themselves until it shows its head, and you go, wow, okay, that kind of condition. And then maybe somebody else come with a little white jacket on and say, look, it's out of control. It's out of control. You have been out of control, and this is what we got to do. And so at that point, you're kind of like, oh my gosh, I got to do something. And so a lot of your decisions not made with any kind of study. You just don't know. Kind of like going to auto mechanics. You say, hey, you change this right here. Like, what? Cost what? Wait a second. And then because you're just doing what you do in life. You go on about it. So part of it is you have to take a moment to just kind of figure out what's happening, and then and be honest, intellectually honest with yourself, regardless of what people talk about, what they may say. You have to be responsible for your health, and you can't really leave it in the hands of anyone else. Though they have been maybe signed off by many people, you have to figure out what's going on with your life, what's happening. And so that kind of brings us to where we are today. Diet versus lifestyle. So a lifestyle has to be created. And what we did here at Good Health, To Be Health, Holistic Wellness Center, was tap into the lifestyle that everyone must be held accountable for. And sort of as a tool to help those who actively working and doing and moving and going and busting. So they have a place they can come and get what they need in order to make it through the day till they get home. We also, we got meal packages. You don't have time to prepare. You could do that as well. Morning, you rushing, you don't have time to prepare. You get home, you don't have time to prepare. Well, we offer some of that as well. But the cafe and juice bar, the Good Health Cafe and Juice Bar, it's a stopgap in between, so you give the opportunity to have a place to come get plant-based under the guise of vegan. Vegan is the catchphrase. Vegan just means that we're not taking plants uh, and putting it on top of meats. They call that seasoning and serving it to you. That's all that means. That's all that means. Some of you will catch what I just said. When I just said that we're not taking plants and putting them on top of meats or flesh. More accurate description of flesh. They're not meats. And that could be a word for contention, debate. There are ancient texts that predate us, like 1611, there's actually a text written. And they use the term that the herbs should be thy meat. In the English language, it's written up like that. So really the herbs are meat, but flesh is flesh. And I don't think I need to go into the description of what flesh is. I think people may have a understanding of what flesh is. So, with scientific, you got to stay here, epidermis, go down, go and get these different layers, and all this stuff happening, body, corporeal, you got all these different descriptions, different descriptions of what flesh is. So flesh is different from meat. But to keep everybody on the same page, plants. So you take plants, you put on top of meats, and then you proceed to eat it because now it has flavor. It has something you like. You're like, oh, I like that. I like that chicken. Chicken is great. Oh, that steak was awesome. You have some Heinz 57? Oh no, I mean whatever. Worcestershire sauce. You have some herbs to put on this. How did you coat that? Did you let it marinate? Did you marinate it? All those are plants. That's all plants. It's all plants. Salt, okay. Mineral. Pepper, okay. What else you use? Oregano, basil, thyme. Okay, rosemary. Okay, those are all plants. So, plant-based. It's been around. It's not a new thing. It's not a new thing. There's no new thing under the sun. That was also written back in 1611, documented. English language. There's no new thing. There's no new thing. So there's been plants. Matter of fact, when you look at the natives, the indigenous, the natives, you'll find that the diet, that's not the right word, the lifestyle was plants. It was just plants. It was just plants. So when you look at it, that's on this perspective. The term North America, South America, Central America is part of the perspective. And in other parts of the perspective, they use the term forage. They forage. You didn't forage for animals. You forage for berries and fruits. And that was all over. I mean, that was all over. When you go to call it Celtic tribes, you find people forage. People forage. That's what they did. And so That's what it is. It's a constant. Uh, I guess the marketers they constantly reshape it, try to reformulate it, make it seem like it's something new. But it's people always had plants. It's always been plant based. Everything's plant based. Everything's plant based. So uh, that's what that is. So vegan just says that it's to the exclusion of flesh. It's just to the exclusion of flesh is what vegan is. That's all it is. It's to the exclusion. Well, how can I eat some romaine and some basil? How is that gonna work? Well, there's some more stuff out there. There's more stuff out there, and so you have to engage in something a little bit different. Uh, it's broaden your horizons. Uh, well, I don't need my horizons broadened. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. That's a decision everybody has to make. If they don't want to broaden their horizons, then that's a choice that everyone should make. You should be able to choose, which is kind of the idea of Good Health to Be Held, Holistic Wellness Center, located in downtown Bessemer. Uh, yeah, I got a hashtag called "What's Going On in Bessemer." So everybody should be able to choose what they desire, and that's what it's all about: presenting a choice, offering a choice. So that's what it is. I've kind of gotten this thing. It's been 22 minutes. It's telling me, and I don't want to go too long, but I had to go over some of those steps. And so this is going to be logged, so you can go back and use a reference tool. And as you do your own study, your self study, and and that's going to be the most important thing as you do your self study. Then I'm sure once you do that, you'll come on see if you need to. You'll be able to make choices, and you can decide if you want to use plants without flesh, without. So I said without, the blood coursing, going through, and you want to do that, because that's why you got to cook it. You got to cook it so you kill all that stuff that's going through it. Now, there's a guy there I saw streaming. I don't know if it's real or not. And he was just going raw in it. It's not to say people don't go raw in it. We don't get into that. That's a whole other history story. But the whole idea is that you want to deal with those things that your gut can't really handle, and so that's why they got a whole lot of stuff going on. But so yeah, it's plant-based lifestyle versus diet. Diet is something you do for a moment. You do it for a moment. So diet is kind of like a pill. You're just taking a pill. You take the pill, call me in the morning, and see how it works out. That's a diet. Oh, I feel a certain kind of way. Can I? What do you have for me? That's a diet. Oh, I've been going through all this right here, and I need quick remedy. That's a diet. The diet is not sustainable. You can't sustain a diet. It doesn't work that way. And so after a while, they'll tell you, they may say on the bottle, you have to cease doing it after a certain time. You cannot do this because you're going to create other issues within your body. It's just not made that way. It's not designed that way. It wasn't formed that way. That's another term that a lot of people may relate to. Performing of the body. That's also a reference, 1611 reference. A year 1611 reference, publishing date. So there's some things that people we're gonna have to, we have to overcome. We have to overcome. That's a 1611 reference and a modern reference. Overcome. We got to overcome, and so the whole idea of diet. So let's push back from diet. Let's push back from that idea. You know, Brother Israel, hey man, I got this thing going on. I don't do diets. I'm talking about lifestyle. Oh, I don't want a lifestyle. I want to fix. I want to fix. Can you fix it? I don't do fixes. I do lifestyle. It's all about lifestyle. Now, I do have some supporters. There are supporters out there who are positioned to deal with fixes. You may have to get your gut colon irrigated, cleaned out. Get it cleaned out. That's a good fix. That's a good fix. Now, when you compact it, you need a fix. People who fix that, they use plants to kind of loosen up things to help things work. They call them supplements. So I have some partners, I have some collaborators that can give you supplements and that can correct the impacted bowels. Well, once that bowel is compacted and all that stuff going on, it may throw you off a little bit. You may be walking with a twist or a curve you didn't know about. And so there are some people also who can help straighten you up. And once you get straightened up, prior to getting straightened up, you may have also experienced pain, unknown issues. And there are people who can get in there and help move those pains away. Get in those areas and move those pains away. So there are some fixes, absolutely. Once you've done all those fixes, you need to get yourself back. Otherwise, you will be on a repetitive scale. Repetitive. You keep going back and forth, going over and over, doing the same thing. Keep going. I got the same issue, same thing, same thing. Keep doing it. And that's what it's going to end up being. So you have to start eating right. And staying away from diets. And I do it in moderation. Well, you're gonna get it in moderation. You're gonna experience it in moderation. That's what it is. You will experience it in moderation. The thing about her, I had one wise person told me once. It said, and I thought it was wise. It's up to everybody's opinion about it. They said the difference between a child and an adult is that a child has a lot of running and ripping and doing stuff and just energized and doing everything else. Adults basically operate like that. They sit down, their jobs, this new age computers sit down, their jobs, or they could be doing manual labor. Well, they're doing that repetitively. It's over and over and over and over, the same thing over and over and over. They're not moving, they're not really running. They're doing that particular task over and over and over and over and over. And so the activity is not there. Well, back in the day, it was so hot. We sweated out and all that, yeah. It's hot now. It's hot now. What's the difference? Well, there's a whole nother story about that. So anyway, we want to wrap this thing up and just say, hey, it's Alkaline Awareness Month, and what we want to do this month is address alkaline. The fact that the body has a lot of things going on with it, and it needs to get back to more of a neutral. Uh, I read where it says 80% alkaline, 20% acid. It's kind of what the goal is, and that's within your body. Like I said, you have those acids in your stomach, within your digestive system that breaks down stuff. Once you get once there are so many acids in the body, man, it creates another issue. And part of the things that once you've been diagnosed, they say, y'all don't diagnose you. When the professionals diagnose you and they determine these different ailments, and they'll say, hey, like you got this growth and all this stuff happening. And first thing they recommend is you need to get rid of all the acid. And the acid comes from the diet, from your lifestyle, the lifestyle. And so you have to then curb all that. So that's what we're saying now. Before it gets to that point, we got to get these quick remedies, long-term remedies, enduring remedies. Then you really need to go ahead and adjust your diet, your lifestyle, and that will be beneficial. What can I do now? I got something going on now. Well, you got to go do what you must do. You consult the professionals, train, and you get taken care of what needs to be taken care of. But if you hadn't been, then you need to go ahead and make some adjustments. It's not a fear thing. It just comes from the studies, and we have to study. Well, I never was a good reader. I never really read well. I didn't do well in school. Well, are you a functioning adult? Do you have responsibilities? People who hold you accountable. Well, if you do that, then you are able-bodied person that you're able to read and comprehend. And that ability to read and comprehend is what allows you to survive from day to day. Know where to go and where not to go. So the idea that I can't learn all this stuff, I can't know, that's not true. You can't learn everything overnight. It takes time. And that's the patience we have to have. It takes time. And as you learn, then you do. And you self-experiment. Not, oh, I'm not going to do what the doctor said. That's crazy. They got all kind of skill and knowledge. You better go in there and hear what he got to say and consider what he's talking about. And you better go in there and find out. Now, I get a lot of that. I ain't gonna do it. I don't know what you're talking about. You better go. we got the most high tech, knowledgeable people on the planet. Well, let's debate. Okay, you can debate it. Debate it. But it's your health. And you have to make a decision about what it is you want to do about it. But you have to be informed. You're going to have to be informed. And right now, everyone is aware that you're on Google searching, that you're looking up stuff. So you can talk to anybody, your practitioner, you can talk to any of them, and they'll talk to you about whatever you need to know. They'll discuss stuff with you. So do that. Talk to them. Have a conversation. Find out what's going on with your body and why is it happening, or why does it continue to happen. And from there, your conclusion will be satisfactory to you. And I'll be satisfied that you have done your own research and found out what's going on with your body. So anyway, I had a big celery graphic there on the front. That celery is because I focus on celery shots. I do that here, and became aware of that. I was aware of it many years ago. Became aware of it recently when I noticed some Hollywood celebrities were talking about the benefits of celery. I was like, whoa! And it reminded me of its benefits. Oh, I don't people don't like celery. Well, it's the benefit that you're looking for. It's the benefit. You focus on the benefit. And so celery it helps reduce the report it helps reduce blood pressure. You know somebody with blood pressure issues? It helps your urinary tract, you have infections. You know somebody who experienced that? That helps strengthen your immunity. Well, it's fall, Jack. Well, wherever you are, whatever time it is, I don't know. I don't think it'll be online, but it's always something going on with our immunity. There's always something happening. So it helps with that. Uh, it's important to help control diabetes. I don't know what that means. Help control it. What that means. It says it prevents cataracts. Uh, it's a remedy for arthritis. That sounds good. That's very promising. It detoxifies the body. Yeah, because it deals with the liver, and so that liver is kind of the body's filter, blood. So helps detoxify the body. That liver gets built up, and that creates another issue in the body. Helps prevent ulcers, and it says helps to reduce weight. Oh. I don't know if anybody got an issue with weight. Oh, that may not be an issue with people. They people may be fine, like, man, I'm good. I'm good, brother Israel, I'm good. You know my weight, I'm just big bone. There's no such thing as a big bone skeleton. It does not exist. It does not exist. There's no such thing as a big bone skeleton. It doesn't exist. Now that's what they told me. Now, I'm not a doctor, so I hadn't been to all these places, and I had to go by some other people's research, and they have said there's no big bone skeletons, and that all skeletons are basically the same size based on your phenotype, and so there's no big bone skeletons. I don't know. There might be a weight issue. It might be a weight issue, but it says that it's supposed to help reduce weight. And the last issue it spoke about was saying it helps to prevent cancer. So that's what other folks who well beyond my scope of understanding and have talked about and have detailed the benefits of celery. So I would say it'd be a good idea to investigate that more and check us out. So we're right here at Good Health, To Be Held, Cafe, and Juice Bar included as well, right here in downtown Bessemer, 1920 8th Avenue North. Currently, that's where we are. You might be coming to a city near you. Now we're right here in Bessemer, Alabama, downtown. So Good Health Cafe and Juice Bar, Good Health To Be Held, Holistic Wellness Center and Cultural Center. Come check us out. Do your research. I'm gonna put this on some other social media platforms. Hopefully it's not too long. I got a link to it, and we'll see how this goes. Thank you.